Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Dazzle video. Today we are going to go over 7.36b. It's crazy that they've only had the patch out for a week and now they already have 2 letter patches. Updated how vision sharing functions with non-player controlled units. Dire, radiant buildings, and creeps now can be affected by vision sharing while their individual vision is unlinked. They do blah 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 blah. This is what this means. So if we take our Mars, we give him the blood sport facet, and we do the ult, you can't see Chen. But what if we switch places with Chen's creep? This also works for dominated creeps if you have Helm of the Dominator. But if we reverse it now, because Chen's creep uses Chen's vision, but Chen is outside the arena, we could see inside the arena. It's actually kind of funny. It looks kind of funny, but that's just how it is now. So let's say you have a CM, poor CM. You don't know what the hell's happening behind those doors. But you're going to send in your little spy. Your little centaur spy. Ooh, now we can see everything perfectly. Boom, heal him. It's kind of nice because it gives some value to heroes like Chen or people that buy Helm of the Dominator. It gives them extra value. I think it's a nice change. Okay, now moving on to the items. Crimson Guard got, I think this is a buff. It sounds really strong. Of course, I'll have to play against it in lane. So if you're playing position 5 Dazzle, and a lot of the offlaners buy this item, they may become super duper tanky. The one here that comes to mind is like a Centaur. Centaur has Crimson Guard in the lane. He's going to be pretty tanky from auto attacks. However, Poison Touch goes through Crimson Guard. So that's always a plus on any of these buffs to Crimson Guard is Poison Touch still does maximum damage. However, the item gives 8 armor, so it's going to be reduced by quite a bit. But I think a lot of offlaners may start to rush this item because Eternal Shroud got nerfed a little bit, so be prepared for that. Speaking of Eternal Shroud nerfs, there's the nerfs right there. 4 less strength and then 1 second decrease on the endurance stack duration. I don't know if that really kills the item. I'm pretty sure it's still a really good item, but moving on to the big one. Holy Locket, recipe cost decreased by 100. This could make the difference. Holy Locket has always been kind of an iffy item ever since the new Ags came out. If you wanted to really increase your heal in the late game, it was much better to have Ags. I don't think this changes anything. And the reason for that is Holy Locket doesn't really give you a different dimension as a hero. It doesn't give your team a different dimension if you're playing support Dazzle. You still do burst heal. You still do heal. You still do high instances of heal. In my opinion, it's much more worth it to buy something like a Glimmer Cape, a Ghost Scepter, Force Staff, Yules, Ether Lens. All items in the same kind of price range. Even like a Urn, a Pavis, a Mech. These are all, I think, viable options compared to Holy Locket. Holy Locket, I think they either need to lower the cost even more to like a... If they lowered the cost and lowered the effectiveness, like they gave 20% heal amp instead of 30 and they made it more like 1500 gold, I think it would be worth buying. But for now, I just feel like having a Glimmer Cape or a Yule Scepter or Force Staff or a Mech is better. In terms of the heal, if you want 30% to equal the 275 health or the 275 heal that Mech gives you, you need to heal a raw like 915 heal throughout a team fight. And in the early game, that's just not going to happen. Another thing that's always been a little bit annoying about buying Holy Locket is the wand versus the stick. If you're playing support Dazzle, most likely buying a wand is not going to be your best option in the laning stage right now. Like, I would rather have an extra salve, an extra tango, an extra sentry instead of a wand by itself. I will say Holy Locket is pretty useful when playing against Axe. It's awesome to mess up Axe's Culling Blade. with your Shadow Wave and Holy Locket. Speaking of Axe, Axe got nerfed, thankfully. So now his one-man army got nerfed. It's still a really good facet, but it got nerfed a little bit, thank God. Code of Blood got nerfed, so now he gets less armor, and they're rewarding his culling blade kills instead of just regular kills, which was one of the things that made Axe easier to play against in the past, was that he would have to worry about culling blade killing people instead of just killing people and then getting a benefit from it. So you'd have to pay attention to his mana, his cooldowns, and if you messed up his culling blade one time, it kind of messed up his timings. But in this new patch, he's been just scaling up non-stop. So it's great that they're kind of nerfing this. Thank God. Fuck you, Axe. Now we got Invoker. This is kind of a big deal if you play mid Dazzle. If you play against an Invoker, they are really incentivizing Invoker to stay in lane, deny creeps, get super high level really quickly. Could really, 10% is a big deal. This could also incentivize Invoker to not roam around the map and just stay in lane, deny creeps. LC got nerfed a little bit again. So it's overwhelming odds. Got nerfed with his Stone Hall plate facet. Monkey King got a buff on his facet, Simian Stride. So see, this is a good example of how you want to buff a facet a little bit. Like, when in the game are heroes 100% health? Almost never. Almost never. No hero walks around 100% health. That's why Nothel Boon freaking sucks ass. Oracle 0.25% per level sounds pretty good for Spell Amp. Holy smokes, they buffed PA. Holy smokes. Yep. So this is a good example. Would you rather have Ghost Scepter, or would you rather have Holy Locket in the mid game? Like, Holy Locket is not going to save you. So I've seen a lot of Sand Kings with and against, and everyone's been picking this facet right here, Dust Devil. But they are nerfing this thing hard. So the radius on Sandstorm is tiny now. So at max level, it's the same as level 1 from before. That is a huge nerf, and I think they're trying to get people to pick the other talent, or the other facet. Shaman, also super popular hero, getting a little nerf. I think you're going to see some funny interactions with the new Nether Strike. Now amplifies knockback effects. They're trying this out with Hurricane Pike. Boom! What the hell? And a little bit of a nerf to Zeus. Right-click Zeus was in a lot of games as well. So it's good that they're nerfing it, I think, a little bit. There's going to be so many things that I'm still like, what the hell? But yeah, that's 7.36B, guys. Hope you guys are having a fun time playing this new patch, and good luck in your next games as Dazzle. Let's do this.
Dazzle.